I'm just going to base this off of kind of my terms, basically. So this is what I do. So I pay myself a set wage every month, but let's base this off of 10 grand. So £10,000 a month, being self-employed. Anyone watching this self-employed, shout out to you because they know how fucking hard it is and how annoying it is to pay the tax on that shit. So instead of being like 10 grand, happy days, get me a hard on, I'm gonna go spend this, that's all my money. No, I don't do that. I have my £10,000 here. Let's put a pound sign there. So I have my £10,000 here, right? Which goes into my bank account. Okay. So that goes into my bank account, right? So instead of going out and spending it, I automatically, before I touch anything, I put 33% in my tax account. And then you've got another account here, which is kind of like, sort of like an investing account, or like a, what I say like an investing account, I say a spending account. So, spending account. So, £10,000, 33% goes in there. What I tend to do is, I don't touch this. And that's what a lot of people do. They have their money, they pay their taxes, and as soon as they paid it, they're like, sweet, let's go out and spend it, right? But what I tend to do is stay away from any kind of spending or any kind of pointless buying or anything that won't make me money in return. I've just always been like that. So what I tend to do is make sure my money goes into like a bill account. So I've got a separate account, where all my bills come out. So I put bill account. So bill account. So I make sure however much money my bills are, let's say my bills are like £1,300 a month. So there's 3,300 in there because that's 33% of 10 grand. So 33 plus 1,300 is 4,600. So with that money, you've now got 5,600 left, right? By the way, you can literally base this off of £1,000 or £2,000. It doesn't have to be, just because you see it £10,000 on the board, you don't have to be like, oh, I've not got 10 grand, I can't do this. You can, it's just with smaller amounts of money, okay? So remember that number, £5,600. So 10 grand went into your bank account, and before you can spend a penny on yourself, technically you've only got £5,600. And still a lot of people will see that as, that's my spending money, that's what I'm going to go out and spend it on. What I do is I put 50% of what's left into my business, which is basically what I do for like advertisement, all that kind of stuff. So 50% of that, which is 25,300, so that's 2,800. Leaving you with 2,800 left. And the reason why I put that amount of money into my biz account, I'm going to put biz, is because my business in return makes me money. If I put 2,800 in, I'll probably get 5,000 out or 7,000 out, depending on how well things go. So, started with 10 grand, and now already you've only got £2,800 left, okay? So now, instead of doing what a lot of people do, so what I do, I give myself a spending limit, and I will never go over my limit. And I'm basically the cheapest person you'll probably meet in your life. So another tip is to give yourself a spending limit. So is going to sound pretty petty. My spending limit is £10 a day. So I will never, ever, ever go over £300 a month. I give myself a £10 a day limit. So if, for example, I reach my £10 a day limit and someone says, do you want to go do this, do you want to go do that? I'll say, no, I can't, I've got no money. That doesn't mean I'm broke, that means I'm sticking to my spending limit, which is £300. You know, obviously yours can be different, you can have more, you can have less, you can have whatever. So then you take 300 away, where's my blue pen? So then you take 300 away from 2,800, leaving you with 2,500. Now, technically, this is the money you can go out and spend if you really want to. But what you should do with that money, after you've given yourself a spending limit for the day, and let's say it's £10 a day, which is £300 a month, hence why this is now 2,500 quid, you can use this money to invest. Property, stocks, bonds, start a business, like I said, it can be different for everyone, but give yourself a spending limit, cut out all the bullshit and cut out all the pointless spending, and like I said, ask yourself, do you need it? Do you want it? And at the end of the day, when you kind of narrow down your finances and ask yourself these kind of questions, you're now money managing. Money managing will help you forever. I can promise you that with a fact. People are probably watching this video and they probably already know the concept of all the money management and all this kind of stuff, but if you don't look at your finances, I look at my finances every single day, but if you don't look at them at least once a week, you'll never, like I said, you'll never be rich. And I'm not saying being rich means you have shit tons of money and all this kind of stuff, but what I'm simply trying to say is that when people tell me they haven't got money, or they haven't got this, or they haven't got that, you have. I promise you, you have money. You're just choosing to put it in different places where it's not making you back money in return, hence why you're now in this recurring cycle of getting paid, spending it, being broke, waiting for payday, getting paid, etc, etc. Now it goes around in a circle, it's like a Ferris wheel. But then with the money you've got left over, you don't need to go on holidays, you don't need to go spend even more money to make yourself happy. Invest it, go into property, put money in stocks, go into bonds, start a business, start a side hustle. These things will make you more money in return. So say for example, if you're only earning £1,000 a month, doing things like this, yeah, it can be slow, but over a set period of time, the possibilities are endless. And I promise you that now, and this is what I'm trying to get across to people, that when they say they've got no money, there's ways around what they're doing. Cut out all the bullshit and all the spending habits and all that crap. Make some sacrifices, or whatever you want to call it, and do at least one or two of these things, if not all of them. And then by the end of a year, 2 years, 3 years, trust me, you'll probably walk down my road, knock on my door and shake my hand. I promise you that for a fact. Honestly, this will help you so much. Now, I'm going to end it there. Like I said, I apologise if this was like a bit too muddled up or maybe confusing, or it just sounded like I'm feeding bullshit. I do apologise, but like I said, I got the idea because I was in the gym, some guy come up to me and we had like a nice conversation about it, and I thought I'd do a video kind of explaining why he has no money, and this is why you have no money. This is how you can cut out all this, cut out all that. Just change a couple things, change 1 or 2 things, and believe me, your bank account will start growing. So yeah, it's currently, what time is it? I think it's like 1 o'clock. I can't see the time because I haven't got my glasses on, fuck's sake. But But it's about 1 o'clock. So trades are going to be coming out around 3ish. I'll post updates with news related shit in the channel. But yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.